and today we're going to discuss renovation loans. Did you know that you can bundle your loan and your renovation loan into one? There are 3 different programs, and Gabriel is going to talk to us about the FHA 203K loans. So Gabriel, tell me a little bit about how this program works. I understand there is a limited and a standard program. If you can give us some information on that.
First of all, thank you for having me. Second, yes, there are 2 different types of FHA loans. A lot of people are scared of asking the question of how to get loans to fix their homes, to actually, people don't believe this, but to actually buy appliances. We can roll it into the FHA 203K loans, and those can be included into one loan. There's no reason for a second loan. There's no reason for a third loan.
Nice.
FHA has 2 different programs. One of them is the limited. That limited is up to $75,000.
Wow.
That's a cosmetic. Cosmetic, what does that include? Cosmetic, it's paint, is kitchen, is hardwood floors, is bathrooms, and believe it or not, appliances. So if you're looking to update your kitchen, that's including for refinances. But right now we're going to focus on the purchases, right? In the purchases, if you say, hey, I found a cute home, but I want to do my kitchen, my dream kitchen, my chef's kitchen,
Right.
you can actually just focus on the kitchen and get appliances included on there.
Nice.
This particular program will give you up to 9 months to finish the repairs. And the beautiful part about this, you can include those 9 months of payments into the loan. If you actually stay with the $75,000, the thing about this $75,000, you don't have to have a HUD inspector with FHA, which makes things a lot faster.
Absolutely.
And I know this program is getting really popular because there's not a lot of homes out there, and the homes that they are out there need repairs.
Very true.
You know, they need experts. They need to go in there. They want to make it their own, right?
Right.
So this is where FHA comes in, and the beautiful part is there is one loan and it's 3.5% down payment. You can also roll it in with whatever grants they might be out there. So if a client puts down 3.5% of $100,000, $50,000 for the purchase, $50,000 for the repair, you're talking about $3,500. Who wouldn't like that?
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
Right? So if you want to move over to the standard includes structural.
Okay.
So the first one, cosmetic, just keep in mind, paint, bathrooms, kitchens,
Basic.
just the basic stuff, right? For the standard FHA, you can actually go to doing an addition to the property.
Nice.
You want to do an
great
extra bathroom, extra bedroom. You want to finish up the basement, we can do it through the extender. Standard, there's no limit as long as you stay with the loan limits of FHA. All you can do with FHA, you can do from 1 unit to 4 units. What's 1 unit? Unit is a single family home, townhouse, condo. 2 units, a regular 2 unit in Chicago. And when it comes to the structural, and we're talking about foundation, we're talking about changing the roof, we're talking about addition. So in case you want to do an addition, you can go ahead and do it through this program as the FHA, because you still bring in the minimum down payment. The minimum down payment with FHA again is 3.5%. That includes 1 unit, 2, 3, or 4. You can all qualify for 3.5% down payment.
That's a great program.
Yeah, we love it. And then the standard with the additional, doing the additions, we're doing the basement, doing structural stuff. We'll have 12 months to finish up the job.
Okay. So give you an extra.
And guess what, Anna? You can roll those 12 payments into the mortgage loan.
Wow. Now that is amazing.
Yeah, we do not want to stress the client with having a rental payment and a mortgage payment. because that's the least stress we want to do. We want the client to focus on making this property as beautiful and as cozy and as nicely that they want. We don't want to stress them with having an additional two payments, right?
No,
So
makes
we'll
sense.
roll in. So for example, if your mortgage payment is $1,000 a month, we'll have an additional $12,000 into the loan as long as it stays within the within the loan limits of FHA. For
Nice.
example, I believe for a single family home, it's $547,000 in
That's
Cook
about
County,
right.
right? So if we stay within those guidelines, we can roll in 12 months. You leave the closing table with 12 checks, so you can go ahead and send those mortgage payments.
Wow.
And that's rolled in. So you're thinking about three things. You're thinking about purchasing it, rehabbing it, and having your mortgage payment all paid into one loan.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Now that
unbeatable, right?
doesn't get easier than
it
that.
doesn't. And people just don't take advantage of this product. It's getting a lot of push now. It's getting very popular, but if you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think that's part of the issue is a lot of people don't know that these loans even exist.
Yes.
So having you here and you providing this information is really helpful for those people who can benefit from these types of loans.
Yeah. And how does this program work? How do they know what's the after repair value, right? So there's still an appraisal done. The contractor has to put in the bid. The bid has to be approved within reason. Appraiser goes out there. They appraise the property at what you're buying it for. So it protects. There's a lot of protection. There's a lot of check and balances
That's great.
that will protect the client from any sort of fraud or any sort of price hikes. And all these, if the client gets a budget, we put it in through FHA, and FHA verifies if it in fact is either sufficient or too high. Okay? The appraiser goes out there. They appraise the property. They say, right now, as you buying it, it's 100,000. After you put in 100,000, it's worth 250, 300. There's an after repair value.
Right.
Okay, so there's a lot of protection from the client, and they want to make sure that they're getting into a property they're not going to be upside down.
Exactly.
Right. So for us, the client has a lot of protection. So there's two other programs, as she mentioned, that we're super excited about. Was also the Fannie Mae called the HomeStyle. You can do this HomeStyle for as little as 5% down, owner occupied, and then the investment is little as 20% down.
Great programs.
There's also a lot of people asking this: can I buy one to invest, buy it and sell it, or buy it and keep?
That's a good
Yes.
question.
A lot of investors are calling us about our private lending. We can do with zero experience, and we can do with people that have ton of experience. We can even do construction loans on those. But right now, those are going to be talked about in the next couple of segments. Today was to give you guys a little bit of detail of what an FHA 203K looks like and what are some of the items you need to keep in mind.
So I've heard there's a huge misconception with these types of loans that they're limited to just single family homes, but you mentioned that they're not.
They're not. They're not. FHA, again, doesn't really treat this program as anything really special because it goes with anything. If single family home, 2 units, 3 units, up to 4 units.
Nice.
Once the program goes to 5 unit, then that's when it becomes commercial, and that's a
Right.
completely different animal. But yes, the misconception is completely false. If you see, there's a ton. Chicago is full of 2 to 4 units, and that's what clients want, right? They want somebody to help them pay off their asset, right? So they already have somebody either upstairs or downstairs. They want to be able to get those units fixed up and get as much rent as possible so they can pay off their asset sooner than later. So this misconception of only 1 unit It's completely false. It's 1 to 4 units.
So another misconception is qualifying for these types of programs. A lot of people feel that, oh, their credit score is not strong enough and they're not going to qualify, so they're easily deterred. Can you expand a little bit more on those guidelines?
The good thing, it's an FHA. So FHA will allow you guys to go as little as 550 credit score.
Wow.
As long as FHA approves it, we're good to go. It doesn't matter how low your credit score is. Now, if for some reason your credit score is a little bit too low, you recent late payments, FHA might not like that. But we can still get them done. 550 credit score, you have to try really hard to get a 550. That's a lot of commitment. But it happens.
Yeah, right,
People
it
go
does.
through tough times,
Yes,
and now
understandable.
they want to see if they can fix a home and have their perfect kitchen, have their perfect bathroom, buy a 2 to 4 unit, and somebody pay for the asset. Yeah, we can totally do that as well.
Yeah, it's almost like buying a brand new house with good structure, good bones. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of beautiful homes in the Chicagoland and suburb area that just need a little TLC, and programs like this are ideal for that type of
What
time.
works for a lot of things and helps real estate agents is that a lot of clients want to be in a certain part of Chicago, and sometimes the value of a property finished is out of their reach, or they don't qualify for it. So some of these homes, they need a little bit of love,
Yeah.
need a little bit of TLC.
Right.
This is the perfect program.
Absolutely.
So this will definitely work for clients that want to stay in a certain area, and they can buy a property that they can make it their own. Because some of these properties that are finished, or they don't need so much work, they might not like the kitchen color, they might not like the cabinets, and now you get to experience it all. And
Yeah.
these programs are beautifully done for that.
Yes, I mean, I think it's great they have the option to customize the house, to pick the kind of cabinets, the finishes, the upgrades.
And the good thing is appliances too. People don't know that.
Yes,
You didn't
wow.
have a dishwasher?
Right.
Let's get a dishwasher.
Yeah,
You want to
absolutely.
get a Viking stove range? Let's get it.
Do
So
it.
as long as we stay within the budget,
Right,
yeah,
yes.
it's
What a
beautiful.
great program.
Yeah.
It really, truly is. It's designed to help people purchase a home and roll in their renovation costs and their mortgage payment for up to 1 year. I mean, where else are you going to find anything like that?
Yeah.
It's
You guys
amazing.
have to take advantage of these products. Ask the questions, meet with your agents, meet with your loan officers, meet with your bankers. Ask away, because the number one mistake is not asking.
So we're really excited to learn more about these renovation products. We're going to have other segments getting into more details on how the other products work. What can we expect in the next couple segments?
So you guys have to stay tuned, because we have some amazing programs, not only for first-time home buyers. You can buy it as a second home, or if investors, you like to test the waters and fix and flip, or fix and keep. For any investors, we have private money. We have first-time home buyers, 1 to 4 units, and then we have fix and flip, fix and keep for new investors. Even if you haven't done one, we're gonna have it.
Nice.
So if you have any questions, anybody out there has any questions, don't forget, there are 3 programs: FHA 203K, there is the conventional loan HomeStyle, or there's the private money. We're gonna have some amazing videos coming out for you with a lot of information, so you guys cannot miss out. And if for some reason you guys have any questions before these videos come out, you're more than welcome to reach out to us. My name is Gabriel, Vice President of One Republic Mortgage, and I can be reached at 847-850-7335. That is my office number. Thank you, and hope to see you in the next segment.